Okay, this is live. This is Raul and Thomas for Monday dev meeting on TakeMeAway. Hey, Christian.
Hello, Christian.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes, we
can.
can.
Cool. Okay. Um. Okay, let me just do the round and then I'll kind of like go over what I went through yesterday. Um, Thomas. Well, I know you haven't been busy with the project lately, so.
Yeah, no, I'm just here to check you guys out. Just listening.
Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna share my screen now and what am I doing? Okay. So yesterday we went over and we deployed um, all of the pending pull requests. So payment is working fine, and new window. I don't know why I want to open this.
Hello, Patrick.
Hi, Thomas. Hi, Christian. Hi, Raul.
Hello.
Hey Patrick, how you doing?
Good. Thank you.
Cool. Do we have a menu? Yeah, we should have one menu, a special one. So we deployed all of this yesterday, and just gonna go over it and just kind of like show everyone what's working the stage. Yeah. So, okay, this item is no longer available. We can add this one to the card. Can proceed to check out, and then I'll log in here. If I remember my username. Um, okay, place the order. That's total. So this creates the order on the back end, and it redirects back to this where we have to enter our detail. So this is just a test environment that I set up for Stripe. So it's going ahead, it made the payment, and order was successful. And if I go to Stripe, if I remember that, it will also show all of the payments we have there. And it also sends an email to, well, the kitchen and sends an email to the kitchen and to the customer as well.
Okay.
So I found this little plugin yesterday. It's called Mail Trap, which I set up on the application. What it does is it intercepts all emails and just dumps them in a dummy mailbox. So that's to avoid spamming a real email address or something like that. Because I was already receiving tons of emails from orders from Christian and everyone who was testing. So so yeah, it sort of like sends every email here, and then you can see like this is the one that I just this is the one that would go to the client, I guess. No, this one goes to the kitchen. Okay. So they will have something like this with what was ordered and so forth. And this is what the client will receive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it seems nice. It's a good because you are actually sending those emails out, and they are just
they
being
are sending. They're just being redirected back to this portal.
All right, because otherwise I always use like letter opener or something else in the development environment, but this I mean this takes it a step further because this one actually tests. I mean the emails are being sent out, so that's cool.
So what I did is like they give you a username and a password that you go and replace in your SMTP configurations, and that's all you have to do, and it works. Yeah, and you can see that this is the order that was placed now. $1,500. So that's all working, and I think in the back end I have that open somewhere. Everything seems to be fine to the stage. So orders processed. Okay, so this is the one that I just placed now, and it was processed, and so on.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess it all seemed to work, although it's not tested.
So just to make sure, if we could, when you create, let's create a new order and not pay for it yet. Just create a new order
Okay.
on the front end.
Okay, so let's go to the menu. We'll add this one.
Add two, for instance, just to make sure.
Okay.
Two different ones, perhaps. Or, yeah, like make two of these and one of the other. Yeah, sure. That's great. Okay.
Okay. Proceed to checkout. That's a summary, and you can place the order. Okay. Something wrong
So now
happened.
when you place the order,
Something wrong happened. Haha. Let's see what happened. I'm guessing probably. Yeah, I'm guessing probably quantities or something like that. But anyway, let me just open this. Heroku logs tell GMA. Okay, so what went wrong? Okay, so this is the request and quantity. Undefine method at -8.
yeah, or two string. So let's see orders controller on 97 or 96. What is he? What method is that?
So let's
Can we just look at your parameters really quickly in that screen there?
yeah.
Yeah, it's right in the middle there.
So we have quantity 2, and then here we have.
Okay, so quantity 2 is as a string, and it should be as an integer. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one that is 1 is an integer.
Okay, that's must be in the front end and something. Yeah. Okay.
I think all of them are sent as strings, and Rails are transforming the numbers into integers. I don't know why that one
Why
wasn't
didn't it
transformed.
transform that one then?
Yeah.
I opened the terminal here. Let me just check the code quickly.
I don't have the latest code pulled down, unfortunately. I could check it. Christian, could you check from the back-end side, see what if Raul is checking the front end?
Okay, so this is the backend code. It's order controller line 97. So yeah, add order items.
Okay, so let's you know what? If you go to the order item spec, there's a spec for that, right?
Order spec.
Well, there must be a request. No, I mean a request spec for sending for creating orders. You know. Order workflow or something. If you just go to the request specs.
Request API v1 order specs.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's just send. What we can do is if we have a spec where we actually set the quantity to 2, let's send that off as a string.
Okay. Posting an order. This will post that order with this item, and here's the quantity. Oh no, that's
We don't have anything with
response.
quantity.
No, should define him here.
Okay, so send that as send 2 as a string, and let's see what happens.
Okay. So
Try.
I'm just gonna place an order with
Can run the whole thing.
Okay.
Or post orders or whatever. See, I think this is a front-end thing. I think that 2 should be an integer.
It's the
I don't
same
think we
thing,
ever wrote. Yeah.
Okay. They all fail.
And if you change back to an integer.
There's the error.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put this back as a.
Now some of them will fail because they are probably dependent on the 1 being there, but it.
Okay, so we still have one error. Valid query parameter decrements menu item by quantity.
Yeah, because you ordered 2 instead of 1. It used to be 1 before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So this is definitely a front-end thingy. When I increment the number, I must be doing something wrong there.
Cool.
Okay.
Make sure to change that to 1 row. There you go.
Cool.
Thank God for tests, right? No, but it's a good example. If we can see this, take a moment and see this as a learning experience, because without this test, we couldn't figure out. I mean, we would be jumping back and forward, try and error thing between the front end and the back end, and now we know at least that it's not a back end thing, right?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Serves me well for not carrying on with my test on the front end.
It wasn't what I implied, but anyway, but yeah. Sure.
Okay, so check.
Just as a side note, any response from Shafiq?
Oh yeah, he sent me a mail today saying that he's coming back tomorrow from vacation, and
okay.
Yeah, we'll set up a meeting when he's back. But then in terms of, well, I guess he was talking about the reporting. What he wants is just, for now, just the basic reporting thing, right? So at least something that, someone who is savvy enough can take over and continue improving later on if it's needed. Yeah.
Mm.
I think when we show him this stuff, Raul, we ought to show him the export to CSV capability in ActiveEdit, and that may be all he needs in the short term.
Okay.
Or he may choose to say, I'd like it all in the one screen that you show me, as opposed to a spreadsheet that I have to open.
Okay.
I was just curious, Christian and Raul, in a Rails, front end, the params hash is obviously created by Rails, and everything is passed as strings, right?
Mhm.
Are you guys in the front end creating the params hash that Rails expects to see? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
So you guys are doing that yourself, or the Angular framework is doing that for you, consistent with what Rails wants to see coming in
Just
from the front end?
quickly show you that. DMA client.
I mean, clearly that's probably where your bug is, but I was just
Yeah.
curious how that works.
It's definitely where my bug is. When I increment the quantity, I must be doing something not right there. Okay, so let's close all of this, and so in the order controller scripts controllers order. So this is where I build. Is it here? Yes. This is where I build the order that gets sent to the Rails API. But then this object here is coming from here. Okay. So for every item that is in the basket, I create I have this order item array, and then I just push in. This is where I build
The
the
hash.
the order items. Yeah, the hash, and then I just construct the final thing here. So this must be an issue with, it's not here the problem. The problem is, where is that? Must be.
Well, what you actually, I mean, you are constructing a JSON object, right? Or
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
JSON. Yeah, sure.
Where's the
And
basket?
then Patrick, the JSON is interpreted into params later on, yeah, by the backend.
On the server side, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the service here, which handles the basket, and function add. So this is what adds, remove, count, returns count, total amount, quantity of. Okay. All right.
So perhaps here you have to explicitly tell him that it's an integer, not a string.
Yeah. Perhaps. Okay. See here. Yeah, it's definitely this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, funny enough, I have a test for that.
And it's an integer.
It's an integer.
Wow.
What's confusing to me is why is this failing now? Because we worked with this over and over again.
Like, I don't understand.
But have you actually incremented the quantities?
So here's what I do here. I item number 1, and then I add it again. So it's gonna increment. So what happens is in my add method in the basket, we have this add method here. So if the item is already there, all I do is I increment the quantity, all integers.
Yeah, so it's an integer.
If it's not, then I will create the object in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? Where does that string come from? All right.
I'm not a JS expert in any way, but I would say that well, no, I wouldn't say anything actually.
Probably a wise choice.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'll
At least,
take a
I'm
look.
growing up. I'm maturing as a person because when I don't know something, I sometimes actually stop myself from just BSing around. That's improvement. You should have seen me when I was 20 years old or something. You couldn't stand me. I wouldn't stand myself.
Yeah.
Item quantity, and I get the item quantity here. Okay. I'll clearly. Okay. I'll investigate this. I'll investigate this.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll have a task for that, and
Yeah. At least it's something I tested.
Good.
Or maybe I wrote a bad test for it.
Perhaps.
Anyway, okay. So, moving
Tests that are
on.
reassuring us are the best ones, actually.
Hey?
Tests that are reassuring our own, perception of our own excellences are the best ones, even if fail.
Okay. I see, Patrick, you started on this bug here. Cool.
Yep.
How's that going so far?
Oh, I've only had an hour, maybe 2 hours to work on it, so making progress.
Okay.
It's
Cool. So, Christian, what we agreed on yesterday is that we'll work from this testing branch that I pushed, and then you said you wanted to take the payment one.
yeah, I can do that, sure.
So then,
But before I do that, I would like to do that task that I'm assigned to. If you look in the pivotal tracker, it's in the icebox, the first one. Remove the checkout view.
okay.
So
I noticed that it's a bit yeah, we have one step too many in here. So it would actually make sense to move that whole checkout thingy in the auth interceptor that you have.
Well, no. What I want to do is to remove it completely, and when the somebody clicks the checkout or the payment, what's the button? It will check that it will redirect to payment, and it will check that if the client is logged in. If not, it will redirect to login. You know?
Yeah.
The same thing. It's how Rails is doing it on the front end usually.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, because I'm kind of duplicating the
Exactly,
same
yeah,
logic. Yeah, so doesn't make sense. But anyway, yeah, it's you can go ahead and refactor that. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, once we do that, what we'll do is you work on your side on the test that you will focus on payments, right? Then I can focus on something else.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. So then once you're done, well, you just send a pull request, and I'll merge it in mine, and then I'll create a pull request to the main one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But other than that, looks like so Patrick, you're suggesting that we show him the Excel form in terms of reporting for now.
Well, I think we should show him the CSV extract that ActiveAdmin gives us for free. And he can he can import into Excel, the CSV, and that may be all that he needs in the short term.
Okay.
I don't know. If not, then we can develop some organic screens to show him what he wants.
Okay.
I'm just saying we should add that to the agenda when we meet with him to go through
Sure.
that.
There's one story here that we can maybe vote on. You see, Thomas, before we got that error, I think what you wanted to see is what happens when you place an order and you don't pay immediately, right? So we've got this story here that will take care of that. What we'll create is an order history for the client. So he will be able to see all the previous order he's placed, the one that he paid for, the one that he cancelled, or the one that he still needs to pay, and he will decide to pay or cancel them. Yeah. So that's what the story is about. Yeah.
Yes.
As a user.
So as a user, I would like to, to see my, what's the reason? What's the reason behind the story?
So that I can pay for unpaid orders.
Okay. All right.
Cancel orders.
Mm-hmm.
Pending for you.
Okay. Just a question: is this just an order history, or are we going to attach actions to that? Because that makes the story more complex. It's one thing to display an history, and another one to display that history and allow the user to act on them.
Well,
Okay.
the actions is only for the unpaid orders. Those will have a link to the payment view, right?
Okay.
Doesn't this imply that there's a story that says, as a customer, I want to be able to save an order, so I can come back to it later and view it and pay for it or cancel? Because we don't have the ability to save an order for a customer.
Well, saving an order would mean you placed the order already and you're just waiting for payments. Or you mean you're in the process of placing an order, but then you want to save it for later? Is that what you mean?
If you place the order, you have to pay for it the way it works now, right?
Yes, you have to pay for it.
You've asked for the credit card credentials and it's sent out. There's no facility there for just save this and I'll come back later.
Well, he can always come back later and pay for it. But then the thing is, we probably want to. Okay, and this is complicating.
Well, you're talking about orders history. So if you're talking about a cookie-based mechanism to recover an order, that's one thing. But orders in plural implies I can see all of my prior orders, including multiple ones I haven't paid for or canceled yet. You know what I mean? So what exactly are we doing here?
Yeah, I would agree to show all the orders, the paid, the canceled, all of them.
Okay, so basically an order history, right? Or
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
This strikes me as with this discussion, a more significant feature than we thought maybe. I don't know if we really want to do this or need to do this.
Well, I would say that the way that's why it's a good thing to have a user story, and it's good that we have this discussion, because for me the title of this feature request says show customer orders history. It's a very straightforward thing. We just show them like a profile on their profile page. If you have a profile page or whatever, show me my history. What have I done here before? So I purchased lunches, etc. But before we settle on the story, why is it important for the user? I mean, does that actually give him any of a value, or
if the user
for him to read order history?
Yeah, if the user creates an order, but instead of paying, he just refreshes the page, the order is created, but he can't pay for it anymore. So
okay,
this
but
way,
it's. I understand, Christian, but this is not what I'm talking about right now. I completely understand that use case, but is, I mean, the way the title of this is, show customer orders history.
Right.
Is there a business, or is there a value-added aspect of showing him the history of purchases? And I would say there is, so I can, see how much money I've spent at this place, or whatever.
Things like that. Like all all shopping websites have a history for your purchases.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I wouldn't say that automatically, says that there's need to be such a feature in every website. But okay, absolutely. Yeah. So I would say that on this the very basic, the very core of this story is just to hit the API and pull out all the orders for this specific client, and return that as a JSON and display that on the front page. And that's the first. I would say that's the first thing we do. Then after that, we can ask ourselves a question: is there anything else we can add to this story in a second iteration? So, because I do see that use case that Christian was talking about, that somebody does something, and instead of paying entering his credit card credentials, he does something else. His browser crashes or what the fuck ever, and so he comes back, and so there must be a mechanism for him to go back and see any pending orders. But I would say that's the corner case, and I would add that to a second iteration. That was a separate function.
Even that, Thomas, I think you have to be careful of that, because if I can come back a week later and I see a pending order and I say I want to pay for this and order it now, then as you guys know, menus and menu items are very transient.
Exactly.
So the menu should be defunct. The item might be inactive now, so you can't order it anymore. So we'd have to revalidate the entire order in real time and confirm you can reorder at that time. So there's a lot more complexity there.
Yeah, you're right.
And
maybe if an order is placed.
Sorry, go ahead.
If an order is placed and it is not paid in, I don't know, 30 minutes, we should invalidate it.
Invalidate the order.
Yeah,
but that's a complex thing, because that implies that we have to have a background job running on the back end or something.
Yeah, right.
And what's the value to the customer? Like, I only have a half-hour window to go find my credit card. Otherwise, I'm not sure the value is worth the effort, to be honest.
But the value is.
But the value is not only for the customer, but also to the business owner, because he doesn't want to have pending orders hanging around his system. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He doesn't want to have reserved ingredients.
Yeah.
So he can sell everything.
Because once we create an order, we are deducting that dish from the quantity from the stock, right? And we want to return it.
Yeah.
So, but we have to have our background task running on the server, probably.
Well, it's interesting though. I mean, aside from all of this additional function we're talking about right now, we do have a situation where I think the shopping cart, is maintained as a cookie, and so if I come back tomorrow, I can recover my shopping cart. And again, the items in the shopping cart now may be defunct, or some of them not available anymore. So
but that's yet another story, right? I would say that's another story for the front-end guys, just to say that the cookie fires in 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's a different problem, but I just thought that that's something we ought to take care of eventually. Yep.
Okay. Cool. So
here we just want to, as a user, so that I, well, it's hard to write the story.
Yeah.
How about just I would like to see my order history, period. Leave it at that.
Yeah, but the user story format tells us that we need to say what sort of a value it actually delivers to the client,
So that dot. Yep. That I gain value from this thing.
Well, that's all I got for now. Anyone wants to rewrite this?
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Guys, I have this. I have Bob from SamLab calling on me. I need to take this meeting.
Okay.
So
Do you have to drop
I'll
right
reach out
now?
to you right after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be jumping
Bob
out
from
and I'll
what?
reach out to you later.
Did
No,
you say
it's another
SoundCloud?
project. Huh? Never mind.
SoundCloud?
It's another project I'm working on. I'll reach out to you later, Raoul. Okay?
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Take it easy, guys. Cheers.
Yep.
Just
See ya.
Bye.
let's just vote on this one and then yeah. Okay. Do we have an API endpoint for this already?
I doubt it.
Yeah. Project. Okay, so post yeah, it's all post here. So we need back end and front end on this one. Okay. So create API endpoint, then add front end view. Okay, so the API endpoint will essentially have something like I don't know, orders, and then
ID.
You need a user ID there.
User ID, yeah.
ID.
And do you want to time box that or all orders? You can send over all orders from the back end, and if it's 3 years worth of orders and very large, you guys can filter it down and
We'll
paginate
just
it on the front end.
paginate it on the front
Yeah,
end.
that should be a future test probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's keep it simple to get this done.
Yep.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, so should we vote on this?
Sure.
Find that Windows again. There we go. Okay. Screen sharing. Chat. Okay. Are we all set?
And this will encompass both the front end and the back end work, I guess.
Yes, and
Yes.
I assume some testing too.
And some
Yes.
testing. Okay.
Okay. I'll count to 3 and then we all submit.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Perfect.
Unanimous.
This never happens.
That's great. That's because Thomas is not here.
Oh yeah, no, it's the second time it happens.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move this to the backlog. It goes down there. Store the basket content. Oh, we actually don't store the content of the basket on this session, do we?
I think we do. On
I've fired up your front end before, and it seems to have recovered the basket each time.
Okay.
So that's what I thought I was experiencing.
Let's add this. So if I refresh, it's gone. So I added. Can come back here. Let's refresh.
Do you mean to be sharing your desktop, Raoul?
Oh, sorry.
We can't see what you're alluding to. It's nice to see you, but
Okay, so this is what I was doing. I added this item there, if I go to the card, you see it's persisted across. But the moment I do a refresh on the page, there's nothing.
Yeah, I'm looking at the code and it's not in the session. It's just
It's not in the session. It's just there,
the
like
memory.
right there. Remember that?
It's a variable.
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh,
the
no
moment
problem then.
you refresh the Angular thing, it restarts and then it's a new thing again.
Oh, I see. Cool.
Only
Okay.
the user session, it's in the session.
It's kept in the
Yeah,
in the session.
you're logged in.
You've already solved the problem.
Okay, so yeah, do we check this now? Should we vote on this as well?
Yeah, sure.
Is it important like right now for us?
I don't think it's important.
Yeah.
You mean
Also.
to actually store the cart in the session?
Because like
I think if
Well,
we do,
it's
we
useful.
create the problem that we have to delete the cart from the session within a certain amount of time, so we don't have stale menu items in there.
well the
Yeah, we have add an expiration to that.
Yeah, so that gets more complex.
I don't know. Does it have an expiration by default? I don't remember.
yeah, I also don't recall. I should plug my laptop before it dies. Okay. Nah, I don't want to worry about this now. Sure, I want to do front-end validation.
On forms? On which forms?
Do we have validation on all the forms already?
Well, on the login register we have, on the payment we have.
Oh, okay. So I think what I was referring to here is that I wanted to add some front-end validation, like because right now we have to submit back and wait for the response, you know. So I wanted to have some basic validation on the form for emails, like when you type, you get an immediate response.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
To stop the request.
exactly, like avoid making a lot of requests to the server.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's the login form and then the registration. I think the payment one is already handled by that the package you used, right?
The payment, yeah, I checked that out and it's validating fine.
Okay. All right. So I know this is a very I've done this before. It's quite simple. So
Add a comment there to remember that only, I don't know,
this is only
JavaScript validation, how
yeah.
can I say? Validation to stop the requests of the forms.
Login, this registration to avoid sending request to server.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask, what are we validating here? We're not validating email or password.
So just to check whether he entered a proper email address and
just formats?
Like that. Yeah, formats and things like that.
Not credentials. Okay.
Not credentials. Of course, credential needs to go through the back end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay. Should we vote on this? Like, I'm tempted to give it a point.
Yeah, me too.
1 point? Yeah, might as well. I would give it a take you guys 30 seconds, I suspect.
Okay.
With jQuery, definitely.
It's even simpler with AngularJS. You just add some class. They have a set of class that you add to the form items, and it's done.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like the report. Okay, we're gonna hold on that, and we'll discuss that with. I need to put a reminder about this. I do this. I don't know why I'm doing this. Anyway. And let me put this here so that I don't forget. I'll move these right here. Move this to the top. You said you want to work on that now.
Now being in the weekend.
Okay, it's fine. I pushed it in the backlog. What did I want to update here? Nah, I think we display menus.
Disable menus. I think, didn't you work on that this week, Raul?
Looks like it's a duplicate.
I think you said you filtered out future menus that are being
Yeah,
sent.
I started working on this. I'm just surprised I didn't click on start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I did start it this long time ago. Refactoring existing models. Okay, so here we wanted to, but I don't think we should do this now. Things like the menu item, we wanted to name it product. Menu item, menu, we wanted to make it inventory, just to keep simple namings around. Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't have to happen now. We can skip this. This is in progress already. This is the cucumber specs for cucumber features. We already started working on this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already in progress, this pod.
Yeah.
Okay, these was related to active admin testing, I think. Sure. Okay, I think that's fine for now. There's enough for everyone to get going, I guess. Right.
So, yeah, just one housekeeping item, Raul. I'm on vacation from this Wednesday through the end of the following week, so it'll be the week and a half starting this weekend.
Yeah.
So I may not be present for the customer meeting if you have it during that time. The other one is, I was hoping Thomas was going to stay in, but I wanted to queue up a discussion with the team about the order item model.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, orders are related to menu items, obviously, through a join table called order items, which joins order to menu item. And it's got in there, for instance, the quantity we were just talking about. It's got that quantity field in there. It's got the order ID, and it's got the menu item ID, the item that was actually added to the order. What it also has, which I'm not sure why, it also has the menu ID that the menu item was selected from. And that seems to be needlessly complex, and I have no idea why the menu ID is needed in that join table. I think that's related to the bug that I'm working on right now, in fact. you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and
Yeah.
I recall last time when you mentioned that we said we were gonna ask Thomas about it. What was his
Well,
thinking around that?
Isn't that a mistake? Maybe if I'm looking at the code, at the model, at the order items model, and it says belongs to menu. Maybe he wanted to add belongs to menu through orders.
Um,
which model are you looking at, Christian?
Let me share the screen. Am
Oh,
I sharing?
Yep, looks like you are. Let me see.
So it's the model for the order item.
Yep.
And you're saying why is it belonging to menu, right? Why does it have this menu ID column?
Exactly. So
Yeah,
why do we need to?
so if maybe he wanted to add belongs to menu through order.
Well, actually,
And if it's through order, then it doesn't create a menu ID. It goes to the order and then it goes to the menu.
I don't see any reason why, though, we have to tag the menu associated with that the menu item was selected from for that order. Why are we bringing along the menu as well? I think we just need the menu item that was ordered, and we don't care about the menu it was ordered from. One of the reasons I was thinking about this is that, as you guys know, when we do reporting, the client says he needs to report on up to 7 years of orders or sales, which means we need to keep 7 years of orders, we need to keep 7 years of menu item if it's ever been ordered, and now we have to keep 7 years of menus, even though most of them are obsolete, never used again. That seems to be excess baggage, and I see no reason why we need to retain or tie the menu to the order. The menu item should be sufficient. However, I think Thomas is the guy we need to talk to about this, but I don't know if you guys, sounds like you guys are kind of
whatever you're saying is actually making sense. Like it's making sense what you're saying. It's not needed to. We don't necessarily need to keep around that that relation between the menu and the menu item.
The menu and the order. We obviously need the menu item that was ordered, but the menu item was selectable from a menu that we don't care about once the order is created.
Yeah.
In fact, if we retain it, it just complicates things in processing as well as data retention, historical record retention. However, the menu stuff that's sent to you guys on the front end includes not only the menu items, but the menu from which the menu items were plucked. You guys on the front end evidently returned back both the ordered item as well as the menu the item came from. So there's a lot of machinery in place now. If we're going to refactor this, it affects a lot of different places. And I'm not proposing to refactor unless we all decide it's not worth it.
Yeah, if it's not worth it, definitely have to change it.
There's something I'm totally missing then if there's a rationale for it, but I just can't see it, and I've tried to think of different ways of why it's there.
Okay, so we take this, then we need to return which menu it came from.
Are you looking at your front end? Yeah, okay.
When we're creating an order, we need to tell it which ID is, which menu ID it's coming from, because we need that to...
Oh, you know what? I think I know why it's there. It's because we need to confirm that the quantity available is sufficient to support this order.
place the order.
Excuse me, I think we call it, what is it, stock amount or something like that is the field name.
Where is that? Order controllers. So we do this stock service. In the stock service, we menu item. Okay, then we need to decrement and increment inventories, and for that we need the menu ID to do that.
Yeah, because remember we have that daily stock amount, the amount you can sell in any particular day.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So,
That's an unfortunate side effect of our model. Then. Oh, we're gonna have to live with it, I guess. Then, so we can think of a better way to do that.
okay. All right. Cool. Well, if there's nothing else, I think we can wrap it up now. And yeah. So, Patrick, we won't have you in the next client meeting. Okay.
If I can join, I will. I'll have sporadic time that I might
Okay.
be able to work on things and maybe join the meeting, but
Not
they'll
a
be
problem.
surprised if I'm not there.
No problem. Okay. Cool. Well, if we don't meet before then you enjoy your holidays.
Thank
And
you.
we'll see you when you come back then. Maybe we would have moved to another project or something.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay. Cool.
We're getting close. Getting close.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
it's looking
indeed.
better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So you guys have a good evening. I'm gonna.
Okay, guys, take care.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you all.
Bye bye.
Good afternoon. Bye now.